Hi lovelies, welcome to this 25-minute yin style yoga flow, which is aimed to provide a deep stretch in the hips and prepare you for your front splits. So grab your blocks, your pillow as I have. Yes, I don't have blocks, can you believe it? Or grab a blanket, a towel, whatever you need just to give you a little bit more height, a little bit more comfort during this flow. If you haven't got it, pause this video and come back. So we are going to begin in a cross-legged seated position, placing both palms facing up on the knees. Keeping a nice tall spine, gently close your eyes. We're going to begin with a few breaths, as breathing through the nose nice and deeply is a really important part of going deeper in each of these poses today. So take a nice breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, feel your shoulders begin to soften. Inhale all the way to your belly button. And exhale, let it go. Take a few more of these nice big breaths. And gently open your eyes. We're going to begin on our bum, so we're going to stay seated with the knees bent. Placing both hands behind your back. We're going to start by warming up the hips, dropping the knees to the left side and then taking them over to the right side. Keeping your spine nice and long. Maybe your knees can come down to the mat or maybe not, that's absolutely fine. But we're working on the internal and external rotation of the hips. A few more times. Last one, and then come back to center. Cross your legs, place your hands in front of you and come to a tabletop position. So we're kneeling, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We're going to rotate the hips here, so extend your left leg back, bend your knee. And then bring the knee down, round and back, nice and slow, just creating big circles here. Try to keep your lower back straight and control this movement. Keep breathing. And then take your circles forwards for 4. And then release your leg down. We'll go to the other side. So extend your right leg back, bend your knee, and circles backwards for 4. Nice and controlled, nice and slow. Nice. Let's take them forwards, back, round and down. Last one. And knees to the mat. Nice. We're going to come to a child's pose. So bring your toes together. Option to keep the knees together or take them as wide as the mat. And then option to also use your block, pillow, blanket, whatever you're using to rest your cheek as you send the arms forwards. To feel a nice deeper stretch in the hips, just take the knees out a little bit wider, allowing more space for the chest to reach the mat. Few breaths here. Gently push yourself back up. Remove any of your props. And then come to your tabletop. And then we're going to go to downward dog. So tuck in the toes, pushing the hips off the mat and straighten the legs. Downward dog. Keeping a nice long spine. Spend a little time pedaling the legs, so pushing into the heels, pushing your chest towards your thighs, gazing at your knees. Breathe. And then gently step your right foot between your hands. We're coming to low lunge. Option to grab your pillow, maybe your block, anything you need. Maybe you want to place it underneath your left knee. Option to place them under your hands to keep the chest lifted higher, because we're going to hold this position for a minute. So find wherever you feel the most comfortable. We're working on that left hip flexor, so the front of the left hip. Feel free to close your eyes and really use your breath to allow your body to relax into this stretch. And then slowly pull your hips back to release. Come into half split, so flexing your right foot. Again, using the blocks or props under your hands to keep your chest lifted, or option to fold forwards, wherever you feel you are today. Stretching through the hamstring. Breathe and hold it here. One more breath. And then gently push the hips forwards, bending your right leg. We're coming to lizard, so placing the hands inside the foot, heel toe your foot to the edge of the mat, and keep the chest lifted high, or come down onto your forearms for a deeper stretch. Keeping the hips low, feeling a nice stretch through your right hip and also your left hip flexor. Nice big breaths. If you're in low lizard, slowly push yourself up. And then we are gonna come to a quad stretch. So option to use the pillow under your knee if you need to, for extra support if you have sensitive knees. And then bend your knee, grab a hold of your foot, pulling the foot in towards your glutes, keeping the hips pressing forwards. We're holding it for 30 seconds. Keep breathing. And then gently release your leg back. Pull the hips back, releasing your right leg. Find your child's pose. Okay, let's make our way forwards, back to tabletop. And then we're going to come to downward dog again. So tuck your toes, push the hips high. Take one breath in your down dog. And then we're going to the left side. So step your left foot forwards, come into low lunge. Again, option to use the prop under your knee, under your hands, wherever you need. Find your position. Feel free to close your eyes and keep breathing. Sinking the hips a little bit deeper with every exhale. Let's make our way to half split by pulling the hips back nice and gently. Flex your left foot. Again, finding your position. Maybe you want to lower the chest. Breathe. Nice big breaths. Use your breath to allow your muscles to relax. And then push your hips forwards, hands inside the foot. Move the foot to the edge of the mat. And then keeping the chest up or coming down onto your forearms to low lizard. Keep your hips low. Use your breath. Relax into the stretch. Slowly make your way up if you're in low lizard. Release your left leg back and child's pose. And slowly push yourself back up. For the next pose, we are going to pigeon, and there are two options here. First option is to sit with bent knees, placing your right ankle on top of your left thigh, and then push your chest towards your legs. This is option one. Option two is to come to a full pigeon. So starting in tabletop, bring your right shin behind your hands, lower the hips, extending your left leg back, keeping the hips nice and squared, and then option to come to sleeping pigeon, folding forwards. Maybe you want to use a prop under your forearms or under your forehead. Breathe in here for a full minute, sending energy to your hips. If you're in sleeping pigeon, slowly push yourself up and then pull the hips back, releasing your right knee. We're going to go to the left side. So find your left pigeon, keeping the chest up or coming down. Hold and breathe. Slowly push yourself back up. Use your hands to push the hips up and release your left leg. If you feel like your hips, hamstrings, quads, lower body is warm and you want to come to your splits practice, feel free to continue with me. If you feel like you need a bit more of a stretch, feel free to go back on this video, stretch a little bit more, and then come to your splits practice with me here. So using your pillow or your blocks, we're going to place them in the middle of the mat, and then we're going to extend the left leg forwards, come into a half split. When you're in your half split, wriggle your left foot forwards, and we're going to slowly lower down to our split, placing the prop underneath the hips, particularly under that left hip, keeping a nice tall spine. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. If it's too intense, use more than one block, maybe 2 cushions, whatever you need, and keep breathing. The most important thing is to breathe nice and deeply. Here for a few more breaths. And then to release, use your hands to pull your hips up, releasing your left leg back. Be careful. Nice. If you're happy to stop here, feel free to do so, or let's take it to the right side. So same again, come to your half split, right leg forwards. And then slowly make your way into your full split, taking your time. Please, please don't rush. Breathe into it, and the more you exhale, the more you will go deeper into your split. Maybe you'll notice one side is less flexible than the other side. That is absolutely normal. So keep breathing. Close your eyes. Try to relax. couple more breaths. And then we're going to release, pushing the hips up, release your right leg back. Nice. If you feel like you want to go again, feel free to jump back and go for it again. But if not, we're going to take one last breath. Inhale, both hands up. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope this was a nice deep stretch for your hips. I hope to see you here for another one. Bye.